Well, I hope you're enjoying your continued study and reflection of my book, Blackbird Singing in the Dead of Night. We're into part 3 this week, which starts with chapter 15, goes through chapters 21. And the theme of this particular part is getting stretched. The various encounters with Jesus in the Gospel of Matthew and some of my reflections on those really connect with that theme. As I say at the outset, you can't keep company with Jesus without having your assumptions, your attitudes, and your capacity stretched. The challenge is for faith to get stretched without snapping. The claims and commands of Christ put my credulity to the test, presenting a life worth wanting but worth wondering about too. It was the nature of my journey that I would encounter Jesus and find myself captivated by the spirit of his life, challenged by the mandates or the invitations he offered toward faith, and yet also aware of my own doubts, my own misgivings, my own uncertainty, and sometimes the thresholds and the limits of my faith. And as you encounter these chapters this week, I hope you'll allow my journey in its encounter with the Gospel of Matthew to prompt your own. Consider, for instance, some of these questions. In chapter 15, I talk about spiritual rest in light of Jesus' invitation to find rest in him, and had to confront what it is in me that keeps me going and going and going and not taking advantage of Christ's invitation to enter into the deeper walk with a better sense of balance. I knew that had an impact on my spiritual journey at that stage. It's something really I'm constantly aware of and must tend to, because my tendency is to ignore signals that my life has gotten out of balance, that I've been too active and need to find rest. And not just any kind of rest, but a rest in Christ, a spiritually centered kind of rest that's healthier. I also confront in this section the issue of doubt, and whether doubt takes place in the context of faith or whether doubt throws us out of faith. I'm grateful for an understanding of faith rooted in the life of Jesus that allows me to confess that I believe, but I want to believe more, that I need the support and strength of Christ to deal with my misgivings. As the father of a son confesses to Jesus, I believe, help me in my unbelief. We'll be looking at and exploring how we experience God and how God addresses these kinds of concerns. I wish you the best. Look forward to our conversation next Sunday.